Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. I'm your beat reporter for Michigan State Spartans on SI Aiden Champion. Going to be talking some transfer portal because there was a decent amount of action for Michigan State on Sunday. Landed three transfer commits, two of which were defensive backs. And as Michigan State fans know, this was an area of need for Michigan State this spring. It was really the edge position and the secondary that Michigan State really needed to address. They did so with the edge position so far. Isaac Smith, guy, key key addition to that room, could potentially be a starter, if not great asset for depth. But looking at the secondary, they land two transfer commits Sunday, one of which was a well-renowned JUCO player with Anthony Pinase. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's from Michigan, Ypsilanti. Was He had played for Iowa Western Community College, had been committed to UTSA, spent the spring there, but would transfer ultimately to Michigan State. Before Western Community College, he had played at Independence Community College in Kansas, was a JUCO first team All American there for the 2023 season. So that's big. That's, probably not a guy necessarily who would start, but very key for depth. Um, and I think that's big time for a room that needed it. Should should expect to see some decent snaps from him next season. Oh, my light just went out. We'll keep rolling with it. Um, and then looking at the safety position, Michigan State lands Tracy Revels, a guy who um, came over from Bowling Green, had a really impressive 24 season with them, logged 40 tackles um, in 12 games, made seven starts. He's originally from Texas, which, as we know, is a big time high school football state. So any recruit from there, it's a needle in a haystack. So talent is off the charts. So um, any prospect from Texas has to be looked at differently from other states because they're not going to be ranked, um, depending on who they are, ranked as highly in their respective state as they would be in others, or might be in others. And this was a really key one because this guy is a potential starter, especially I think he could potentially be your nickel, your starting nickel, if not another key depth piece. Really helps with the loss of Dylan Tatum and just overall. I think these were two great gets from Michigan State. Um, Both just happened to come on Sunday morning. Don't really know how that all occurred, but um, should have been a pleasant surprise for Michigan State fans because Michigan State hadn't had many incoming transfer commits so far this spring. On the other end, was very fortunate to not have too many key guys leave. Really, the only names, big names, uh, essentially were Anthony Jones Jr. and Tatum. So on both ends, not a whole lot of action as far as things have gone this spring cycle for Michigan State. And going to have the bulk of the team that they had in spring camp going into fall camp. Um, and then the third commit on Sunday was tight end from Indiana State, um, Kai Rios. And quite frankly, I don't anticipate this guy seeing a ton of action. Um, I think it's a great opportunity for him that he was able to be able to go to a Big Ten university, a school like Michigan State. Um, but again, I don't think he's going to get impactful snaps. This room's already pretty deep as it is in terms of returning guys. And quite frankly, I mean, his numbers really don't jump off the page. Um, last season only had 61 receiving yards and a touchdown on 7 receptions. I know receiving's not everything with the tight end position, but um, it's a big part of it. So, how they want to utilize him, if there's bigger plans for him, I don't know, but not not a transfer commit that really stands out necessarily. But all in all, good day for Michigan State on the transfer portal front. Address needs at defensive back position, both at corner and at safety. And I think they've done just about everything they really needed to this spring. Um, wouldn't be surprised if there's more commits in the coming days here. Um, I would be surprised if there was, a big name or a guy from a big school. I don't anticipate there being a big headline of any kind, but we'll see. For now, I think this program's feeling pretty comfortable about where it's at, and um, and that'll be really beneficial as guys that picked up the system in the spring will still be here, and that will transfer over to the fall where they've already gotten accustomed to it, know their teammates, and then you're returning a lot of guys from last year's roster as well. And yeah, I think they're going to be much more comfortable or in a better suited position going into fall camp this year than last year. So, with all that said, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Hope you all had a great weekend, and we will catch you next time. Thanks.